Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be an interesting video because I have brought Greed along.
Yo.
And we are going to be doing a tier list. So first of all, credits to TOADBOIGAMING. This is the tier list template that he has made. I asked him beforehand if I could use it and he said it's all right. So credits to him for getting all these images placed. It's such a pain in the butt, like copy pasting them all. So thank you, man. And what we'll be doing here is we are going to be rating the units. We have changed the categories a little bit because I believe that, you know, the support units, there are like, all the support units have like their own, you know, great thing about them, but there are some that you bring more than others, in my opinion. And there's some that fill the, like, for example, oh, actually, no, I'm not even gonna do it for example because we're gonna be talking about it later. Is there anything you want to like preface before we start this, Greed?
This is our opinion. Feel free to write a comment in the comment section with if you agree or disagree. Should be fun to read.
We'd be happy to talk about it in the comment section too, honestly. Like I usually reply to comments unless they're dumb. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first unit here we're looking at is ISO Final. And for me, I personally feel like, oh, so what we're going to do is I'm going to say my placement and then Greed's going to say his. If we agree, it'll just go there. And if we disagree, we'll have a conversation and see where it should end up. So for me personally, I think ISO Final is an S tier DPS unit. He is the only full AoE hybrid magic unit in the game. And I feel like he fits the role really well. His ability is also super useful. Yeah, Aizen's like, he's been really good even for like the last 5 months. What do you think?
I completely agree. I think until they release another full AoE magic hybrid unit, he's probably gonna stay in S tier.
Yep. So Akenna. Honestly, I have never used her, but on the tier list on the website, they say she's decent. Do you know what she does exactly? I think she's like full AoE.
She's a cone.
She's cone
that does 3 hits magic, I believe.
She's a 3-hit cone. Okay. So, all right. Actually, no. It looks like she's an AoE circle that has 3 hits. So she's a 3-hitter, and her what I remember people being really crazy about her because her base damage is extremely high early on. However, this unit is going to become unobtainable soon. However, if you do happen to have her, in my opinion, I think she's A tier. She's great. She's reliable, but I wouldn't say she's like best of the best.
Yeah, solid A.
Solid A.
Not the best, not the worst.
Yeah. So Akeen. This is an interesting guy. Akeen is a, he buffs damage to bosses, right? That's what he does?
So his ability, yeah, he does 50% more damage to bosses, I believe, or 200%. It's one or the other. I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Oh, see, he has 2 abilities. He has the Contract Con, which it deals 50% more damage from his Cursed Devil form, but he gains 50% more SPA. He now has a bigger SPA from his previous form, which allows him to attack more enemy, or bigger AoE, which allows him to attack more enemies, but he loses his multi-hit and gains like a bigger SPA. His other thing is Contract Cursed Devil, which applies a curse stack every time he lands a critical hit on an enemy. If he lands 4 curse stacks, he would deal an extra 200% damage to enemies, true damage. Seems like they put a lot on this guy, but I never see him anywhere.
When he was first released, there was a lot of hype around him because I believe when they introduced the Chainsaw Man update, they also buffed Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like this was the intended use for him, as like you use the con form when you're doing waves, and then when you get to wave 15 for the boss, you swap to Curse.
Oh, so you can switch the form and like as many times as you want.
I think there's a cooldown, but yeah, like it's not long.
Well, he seems kind of gimmicky.
He's incredibly gimmicky, yes.
And I think he belongs in B personally. Like he gets the job done, but I don't think he's worth all of this trouble that you like. It seems like this is the kind of guy you have to actually click and like activate his ability, like, you know, actively. Whereas you can just place any of these other units down and then just forget about it.
Yeah, he costs 80k, 76k to max fully, like, you know, from placement 2.
And he only has three placements as well.
Yeah, I like the gimmick of the character. I like, you know me, I'm a fan for when the characters do something special.
Exactly.
But he's just his DPS isn't quite there, I don't think. Not in today's game.
Gotcha. So would you say B as well?
Yeah, I'd put him on the upper end of B. Yeah.
All right. So for All Might, trash.
Yeah, gimmicky stun from update 0.
And he already gets topped by Tatsumaki, which we'll look at later. All right, so this might be my first hot take of the night. Trash.
Yeah, I remember the Chainsaw Man update, and there were a lot of people excited about Angel. I was not. It was like
Dio was alongside Angel, right? But
no,
they did
Dio.
Well, a little bit. They were around the same point, right? It was like Dio and Angel were like, because CSM and Winter were at the same time. However, Angel, Angel does about the same damage as Dio, but Angel has the issue of killing your base. And this is a case where if you have 3 Angels down, your base will die faster than Angel can do like decent DPS. And you would need every person on your team bringing a Sakura. And that that will be like maybe helpful with like 3 Angels out. And that's just one person bringing Angel. And no one wants to bring a Sakura for someone else's unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the cost to run this unit is too high.
Yeah, so I think they're trash. All right, I don't really know Asto. You are a divine Asto unit. You know, like trait and just as a person. Where would you put this guy?
In today's game, probably B, because Akin is just a better Asto.
Oh, you'd put Akin above Asto. Okay, he was like he's really good for his time, right? But you know, just power creep in general.
Yeah, when he released, I believe he was like the #1 ground DPS physical. Yeah. He's just been old, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Also, you're probably right. I think this is going to be a way longer video than I predicted, but I think this will be a great background noise for some people.
Yeah. So
guys, get ready for a long ride. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I hope you guys stick around for the ride. Anyway, next is Bakugo. Bakugo, I believe he becomes hybrid with a circle AoE. I'm going to check the wiki real quick just to be sure here. Bakugo, yeah, he has circle AoE with, I think, his final upgrade, I believe, with Howitzer Impact.
Yeah.
However, I don't think, one, guy's a pain in the butt to evolve, right? All the My Hero units are just garbage to evolve. Second of all, it's a circle AoE, and I'm not the biggest fan of circle AoEs. However, he does pack a punch. Bakugo is hitting about 15k DPS with a 4 spawn cap, and his range is huge. Like, the range of him is massive. It's 42. I think he's probably going to be an A. If you have him, you're fine. You know, if you have him and you're able to evolve him, you're fine. But he's definitely not competing with the S tiers.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. I think he's probably behind Akina, because I think Akina is also hybrid. Is the also another good thing about her. I do believe she becomes hybrid at higher ranks. However, I could just be like making stuff up right now. Anyway,
I think she's hybrid, yeah.
Okay. I think Greed Hunt, honestly, he's S tier damage. He brings a lot with the bleed, and his snatch gets him to just abnormally high damages. I think he's a really, really good unit.
Until Doflamingo released, in my opinion, he was the best ground unit in the game.
You know, like ground physical? Or like, wait, no,
no,
Flamingo.
no.
Oh, you think
Ground
he's
unit in the game.
Wow.
Until Doflamingo came out, yes. In my opinion, yeah.
At full snatch stacks, of course.
Well, yeah.
Okay. But now that Doflamingo's out, do you still think he sits at S, or do you think he might have fallen a bit?
No, I still think he's an S because he's a bleed unit that stacks and
does a lot of damage. Like, he provides bleed, but also provides damage.
Yeah, he sets up other units well, and his range is nothing to laugh at. His range is really big,
and his circle is quite big. It's a very big circle. All right, yeah, I think that's good with me. So Bang, I've only ever seen this guy being used in Infinity Castle runs because you can put Mermaid Crown on him. However, I think he's trash otherwise.
I think he'd be towards the bottom of B support.
B support? Oh, just because of the Mermaid Crown thing?
Yeah, just because in High Infinity Castle he has some really good uses.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, because you aren't bringing him as damage, you know? He is basically filling the support role of making enemies take more damage. So I'm imagining people skipping through the video at this point. They're going to see Bang and support, not hear our explanation, and that's going to be one of the units we get crap for. 100%.
I know that there's a few guys who join our Discord, by the way, guys. Links in the description.
Yeah.
There was a few people who were hard stuck on one of the rooms until they started using Bang.
Oh, yeah, Kaido. Kaido is a very big grinder of the Infinity Castle, and yeah, good on him. Him getting Kaido to pass is what really made me want to start doing Infinity Castle, actually. Because I was like, that's really cool. The fact that like you can use a variety of units to get through the higher floors is super cool to me. But yeah, I think B support's good for him. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, so Snake Princess. Snake Princess, she has like a mini time stop on hit. She has an extremely high SPA on placement because I don't think you're supposed to be leveling her up when you place her down, to be honest. I think Snake Princess is, I wouldn't say she's B support. I would say she has some niche uses, but she does have the potential to be a really good stunning unit. What do you feel like? I think A.
I think she's at the bottom of A.
Bottom of A. That's a good idea. All right. Lord Boron. So Lord Boron is, I think they did this unit dirty, personally. Lord Boron, he has full AoE and then loses it. And becomes, and he gets like a circle that has 3 hits. And I think because of that, I feel like I think he does a lot of damage, right? So I'm looking at the wiki right now and he has 22,000 DPS with a 3 spawn cap. I still think he's S DPS because he is hybrid. He does hit, like he hits air, he hits 3 times, he has really high damage, but I think he's going to be towards the bottom of S. And I think he might be above Greed, to be honest, just because he hits air.
Yeah, I mean, any unit that's a hybrid will probably be above the ground units.
Yeah, because it's just there. I mean, there might be a few ground units that are above them. Like, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get that.
All right, so Broly,
yep.
Brook. So Brook is an interesting guy, right? I don't exactly know how he works. It's like when he attacks, when he attacks, he'll get like a bonus to people around him?
Yeah, so when he attacks, he will buff everyone in his range.
I see. And he has a really high SPA. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So and so each attack buffs all allies in range by 15% damage or 10% range for 10 seconds, and they don't stack. Same effects don't stack, but you could get 2 effects of the same thing. So it looks like 10 SPA would be like the move. Oh, actually, no, I feel like 10 SPA would be like the move on him. I think that's an extremely unique effect, and it provides a lot to your team. And I think it actually stacks with other things as well. So just because of his super unique effect, I do believe he's like an S tier support if you have him for like special things like Infinity. Do you think he's S or A? S?
I think he's an S, but there are characters that we will talk about later that just replace him.
Yeah, that either replace or just completely surpass, yeah. Well, Bulma, like, obviously, she's one of the best supports in the game, you know? Like,
that's farm, yeah.
Yeah. Carrot. So Carrot, from what I remember, is a stun unit, is what I heard.
I've never run Carrot. I'm going to look at her stats.
She has a stun. She has a stun, it looks like. She gets a stun. She starts with it at level 1. And she jumps up to... She has 4 placements and jumps up to about 11,000 DPS. So group DPS would be about 44,800. That's not really bad. With 8-second SPA, I think she does decent damage along with having a stun effect, which is nice. But I don't think she hits A or S tier. I think, in my opinion, she would be like towards the bottom of B tier. Because I feel like if you want to bring a stun unit, you bring Snake Princess, you bring like time stop units or like Sasuke or something. Yeah. You're not bringing Carrot for her supportive capabilities, right? You're bringing Carrot for her damage.
Yeah, if you're running Carrot, then chances are you're a newer person.
Yeah.
The game, and she will help you clear story. She's really good and cheap.
100%.
But for endgame players, no, she doesn't make the cut.
Yeah. Cell. Now, Cell is an interesting guy. He's been getting consistently buffed, like almost every patch, hasn't he? Not every patch, but in a lot of patches, he's been getting buffed. Yeah. And
he gets buffed a lot.
He's a bit of a pain in the butt to grind. However, I don't want to look at traits here, but Cell is an interesting case along with Gon and Aaron in that like you can get unique on him easier. All right, because you can use your star remnants. He is an easier unit to get unique on, and due to that, I'm considering Cell to be a unique only character in this case. Like, you're not using him as a 4 placement. You're going to be using Cell as a unique unit. Do you think that's okay to assume here?
Yeah, because like you said, Cell, Eren, and Gon are characters that you can easily get unique on. So unless you have unique, you're not running these characters.
Yeah.
So I agree. Yeah, I think it's fine to evaluate him as a unique only character.
He also has a multi-hit at his last Kamehameha upgrade, which is extremely nice. Which means I think you could probably run Lost Vein on him because he's physical. So, yeah. But even with unique on him, I don't know if he's S tier. I think he's probably top of A.
I think like, yeah.
It's either bottom S, top of A for me.
I think he's upper A just because of the fact that he's a free-to-play unit.
Yeah, he's extremely free-to-play and easier to get unique on. But yeah, multi-hit's always good, and like I don't want to judge units based on their relics, but synergy with Lost Vein is always a plus. It's always a plus. Multi-hit in general, you know, you're breaking shields faster. He can hit air, which is just, yeah, it's just great. Daki. Now, this might be where an argument comes in. I think Daki is... Let me look at her damage real quick before I make any bold claims here. So she has about 11k DPS plus her bleed, which is, I believe, 40... I think it's 40% of her damage. Yeah, it's about 40% of her damage. I think she's really good. I think she beats out Greed, in my opinion, because she doesn't need to snatch up, and there's no guarantee the Greed stays snatched the full duration of the like the run. You know what I mean?
No, I don't, because I feel like it is incredibly difficult to not have greed max snatched at all times. Every time I play and I run greed, unless it's at the start of the game, you know, the start of the waves,
Yeah.
like, you know, the first five waves or whatever.
Yeah.
Like after that, you're unless you're running a full team of uniques and you're one shotting the wave, greed should be max snatched at all times, in my opinion.
Does he have multi-hit on his last upgrade?
Yeah, I think he hits 4 times, right?
4 times.
3 times?
I'm not sure if he has multi-hit. I think he is better. If he doesn't have multi-hit, I think he's worse, but I'm just going to place them side by side here. I think Daki is an extremely good unit. I'm not biased because I have unique on her, trust me. I think she is a very good unit. Also free unit to get, you know, you just grind for her.
She is free. Yeah.
The fact that she's free and so strong is that's just a huge plus for me.
You know, look, let's make a compromise because I actually don't know if greed is multi-hit. It's been so long, like I'm brain off.
The wiki doesn't say it, but the wiki is also missing a lot of things.
Yeah, the wiki's like wrong half the time. So let's leave greed at the top of A.
Okay, and we'll put Daki in there.
Yeah, in my heart, he multi-hits, so he's probably.
I think he does because I'm like you know, he like swipes a bunch, you know, so I feel like he has to multi-hit.
Yeah, but we've been baited by animations before.
Yeah, that's
Fuji. Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, Fuji.
Yeah.
Deku is so looking at the wiki, he does a lot of damage, but I feel like he doesn't hit air, first of all. He has very high DPS at like 18k. But it's a line. He has line damage, which is kind of cringe in my opinion.
Yeah, line units on it, Chief.
So I think he would go A, but like probably like bottom of A in my opinion.
Yep.
All right. Chainsaw. This was the bleed unit, but he's gotten outclassed entirely.
Yeah.
I think this placement's good for him. I feel like let me check the DPS real quick. He might do more if he does more damage than Asto. Let's see. So
I think he does.
Asto is 4 placement, but Chainsaw is also 4 placement. Yeah, he does more damage than Asto. I think he tops Asto. I think he might even top Akin, in my opinion.
In terms of relevancy, yes.
Yeah. Because he has the bleed, right?
So yeah, and he also hits 6 times.
Yeah, he hits a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, he hits 6 times. Hang on, is he a Lost Vein user? Hang on, I might have to do some testing later. I might have to do some testing. All right, Danny. Yep, trash. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this unit.
I disagree.
Where would she go in your opinion?
Probably the bottom of B.
Bottom of B. Does she do damage? Like, does she do anything?
Like, she hits. Like,
she hits units. Okay. Oh, she has a lot of damage actually.
Yeah. The issue is when she came out, she felt like a unit that was a couple of updates old than what she.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah.
She isn't Broly. She's in Broly.
That's
where
true.
They do like 4k DPS. But
yeah, she does damage, and if you can get like curses on her, because her SPA is so high, SPA curses on her are insane.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll put her bottom of B. All right, Diavoro. Now, Diavoro is an interesting case because you would never use him normally. However, in infinites and leaderboard runs, Diavoro erases time for roughly 8 to 9 seconds, causing all the enemies on the map to move so slowly that they're barely moving along with the duration. All units on the map also deal 50% more damage during time erase. I didn't even know about that damage part. I think his effect is super good, but because it is so niche and something you would only bring in like infinity runs. Like, okay, so the reason I think Brook is better than that is because I saw people bringing him in like Chainsaw Man portals because they were so rough on release from what I remember. Like you and
it was brutal.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man release, yeah.
Like people were bringing Brooke to help clear and stuff, and it actually helped. But I don't ever remember seeing any Diavoros being brought, even though I think he could have helped too. What do you think? Where do you think he goes? I didn't play when he was like relevant, like when he came out.
Yeah, neither did I. I believe he's an update. He's an update 0 character, and he doesn't need to evolve from.
Oh wow!
What I remember.
So
I would consider him the same as Banks. Very, very situational use, because unless you're a leaderboard player, like the top 0.1% of players, you're never going to use him.
All right, I think he goes above Bong though, just because you're using him more often, most likely.
There's more leaderboard players than there is, Infinity Castle players.
Yeah. All right, the man. If this was not separating support and DPS, I think there would be a bigger discussion to be had. But I don't think we're denying it when we say he is one of the best support units with his 20-second time stop.
Is that well though?
Yeah. He also brings a lot in terms of damage, but I have one myself, and unless you have unique on him, he's not worth bringing, in my opinion. But as a support, he's really good. His effect is like second to none. You think so too? You good with that?
No, sorry, my mic must have cut out. I said yeah, I agree.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so Emily. Emily is, you're not going to get her as a new player unless you trade, because you can't get her anymore. But her relevancy since tournaments started is absolutely insane. I think there have been maybe like less than 3 tournaments where not bringing Emily is the move. Maybe she's always been used in those. And honestly, she also helps a lot in the Demon Academy portals that are going on right now, right? Those things, like the Godspeed ones, that kind of stuff. She helps out in those too. She helps out in daily challenges as well. I think her versatility is awesome because you can place 5 of her down. She's cheap. She has almost perfect SPA. Like if you just mess around with it a little bit. I think she does so much. Yeah. I think she's not better than, Bulma, because like Bulma's an always must bring. Actually, I feel like the gold units should have like a tier of their own just because they're like
it feels weird putting Bulma here because you're always going to run her unless they bring out a new farm unit.
Yeah, so we're just gonna add a row below and we're just gonna say farm. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll just make it easier. All right, so Endeavor. So this is a unit where me and Greed are like, I have the unique Endeavor, and then he's like, I have the unique Itachi. So I think Endeavor's S tier. He does buttloads of damage. He's so much damage.
The issue is I would agree with you if Itachi did not have the Matarasu Black Burn.
The thing is I see what you mean, because it's like if we're not looking at unique, right? That means he wouldn't be stacking his burn with other endeavors then.
Yep.
Oh. So I've really never understood that. Like, because I actually never used Endeavor without unique, because I got unique on him before I evolved him.
Yeah.
But if his burn does not stack, that's like really bad, because that's losing a lot of his damage potential. I still think he's a great unit, because his base damage is so high as it is. So I think he goes in S just due to that fact, but I do think Itachi's going to place higher than him.
Yeah, I think he'll be on the lower end.
I think he's above Daki, of course, but Itachi will be going higher than him. If his burn doesn't stack, yeah, that's definitely the case. Irmo, I don't even know who this guy is.
Oh, it's a lady.
Oh, that's a girl?
Yeah, she's one of those weird crit units. They tried making work for a while.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, yeah. All right, so Irwin. I mean, his effect is like no one beats his effect, you know? Like, and the fact that he can carry people through story is a bonus, is in my opinion. That means he just has 2 unique versatile uses. You can bring him to get massive damage boosts, and he also, you know, helps with air, like up to like Ant Kingdom. He basically solos story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that's good?
If you're a new player, your number 1 character you want to get is Erwin.
Yeah. All right. Kisoko Bankai.
Really?
I think he's either top of A or like he's either top of A or bottom of S.
I guess we are taking into account Poochie exists.
Poochie does exist.
And
his effect is really good. Like his effect is really good, but like we've said before. Actually, no. I never really. I did see him in some CSM portals. I take it back. I think he's like him and Brook go hand in hand, in my opinion. Like their effects are like unique to them, and they're really effective when you use them. Like I would never complain about having a Kisoko on my team, right?
Yeah, I would.
Do you think Erwin goes above them?
I don't think Erwin goes above them. So my issue with Kisuke, or what's his name in this game?
Kisoko.
So my issue with him is there has been many a time when I was farming Chainsaw Man where I would bring Poochie and someone would pop Kisuke before.
Oh, and then you don't get the buff.
And then you lose the Poochie buff. Because they made it so they can't stack, I think they made Kisuke a lot worse. This is just my opinion, though. It's like, because
no, that's good. That's good. That's good.
He
just takes coordination. He takes coordination, basically.
Yeah, and people
are not gonna coordinate in this game.
Unless you're running with a pre-made. Yeah, I don't trust randoms. So, but I think Brook is If this was pre-Poochie, I would agree with this. But I think Brook is I think he's better than Kisuke because you don't need to coordinate with other players to use him.
All right, I agree with that. All right, the man, the myth, Dofi. This guy's insane. This guy does so much damage. I think like, I'm like speechless over this guy. They made him do so much damage, but they could have done so much more with him. I think he's great.
I'm actually okay with his design. I know a lot of people were upset that he wasn't a hybrid full AoE.
I think they did Birdcage dirty.
I mean,
that Birdcage is an AoE like target move. I don't like that.
Yeah, in the show or the manga, the Birdcage is crushing the island, and it does.
And then another thing happens to that island that could have been mimicked in this game too, but you know, I've been disappointed before. I think this guy is like top of a S tier, by the way. Like, I think he's like, even though he only hits ground, he does so much damage. Like 36k DPS with a 3 placement. Sheesh.
I'm actually happy they printed him. They designed him the way they did because I was getting kind of annoyed with every update. We just release a full AoE hybrid unit.
They didn't release a single full AoE this update.
Yeah, you're right. I like the idea of that being a really, really strong, like does 1,000,000 damage, but it hits ground as the pets. Like that's the drawback.
Yeah,
because it can feel a little bit old when if they just do every single update, they just release the same kind of unit, but just bump up the units a couple of %.
That's true. I agree with that. I think he's a great unit, and I can't wait to get him.
Yeah, dude, I've done like 40 portals. I'm still not got him.
Aaron Founder. What a meme. This guy is such a meme. I think he's like top of B tier. Like from what I've heard from experienced leaderboard runners is like you can bring him if you have him, but like you don't really use him anymore because his ultimate has gotten like power crept by everything.
Yeah.
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 All right.
No fun.
Golden Frieza. So Golden Frieza is extremely good. However, the niche of magic hill unit has been fulfilled by someone else. Here, I'm just gonna bring him up here actually. Let's just do him real quick. Metal Knight Arsenal. What a good unit. Like, I think he's better than Flamingo just because he's just so good. I think Aizen's better because full AoE, but
yeah,
holy crap, man. Metal Knight has, I think he's gonna be the next Aizen. Like he is withstanding the test of time since One Punch Man, which was like what, update 10? Something like that. It's either 10 or 11. I think 11 was 7 Deadly Sins.
Let me pull it up. He came out January 28th, update 10, yeah.
January. It's been since January?
Yep, January 28th, 2013, One Punch Man.
Holy crap. That was like 2 weeks after I started, basically. Dang.
Yeah, actually, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, this guy, he has multi-hit. He has the little dronies. Dude's great. I think Frieza... I think Frieza sits like back here, maybe. I think Frieza's better than Boros for sure.
Yeah, he's better than Boros, but I don't think he's better than Doflamingo or Metal Knight.
No, if we're looking at damage and like what they do for your team, Frieza throws a meteor every like 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can take a quick nap between each attack.
Exactly. Oh, Fuji.
Oh, my boy.
Fuji. When I learned his animation is a lie, I wanted to like sell him immediately, dude. Not really, but God. I think he's goats. Yeah. I think he's top of A. I don't know if he's S personally.
He's not.
I think he's top of A. Because he doesn't hit 6 times and can't get the Lost Vein abuse that I was raging for.
Yeah. Sad.
I think Metal Knight provides way more to your team. The drones make him so strong, and I think Metal Knight actually has 4 hit. Yeah, Metal Knight has 4 hits on his last form, which is insane. That's more than Fuji, and Fuji's bringing down 6 meteors, and Metal Knight hits more with his rockets. What a disappointment. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's a DPS. He's great, but he could have been so much more, man. He could have been so much more.
Physical hill units needed him to shine.
Yeah.
We're just in the Metal Knight regime right now.
We really are. All right. Genos. Genos is a really good unit, but I think he does so much damage. Like my Genos has been doing so much for me since I've gotten him. Like when I used him. He was carrying me through the Itachi portals, not the portals, the raid. He's a really good unit. I believe he has multi-hit on his last attack. He definitely does. It doesn't say it on the wiki. I shouldn't have expected anything. But he does have multi-hit because it's like, I think it's like 3 or 4 hits. You could use Mangekyo on him to get a little bit more burn, but I think the best thing for him is Hellfire. But Genos does a lot of damage. Let me check out the numbers real quick.
I think it's like 90.
9k. He does 9k with 4 placements. So that's about 36k group DPS. And he does, I think it's like 20% burn. So he does provide burn, but I don't think he's better than like units from recent updates. I think he provides a lot. If you get him and you can evolve him, great. But I don't think he provides more than like any of the units I have above him right now. I do think he's better than B tier though.
It's only just though.
Yeah, it's like only just.
Because even though we were memeing a second ago about a One Punch Man being like 4 months old, he is getting there.
Yeah.
Just,
I think it's like one more update and he's going down to B. All right, Gakko, what's up? Yeah, Gakko,
No, yeah, you're right.
yeah, he's just
Trash.
cosmetic. All right. Crush came out of the cut for like a 1 week.
He did.
And I think for that, he deserves B tier. Like I think
Yep.
he's less useful than Bang or Bong, but he gets it. You know, he earned B tier. That shield thing, if there's ever a daily that has like steel plate enemies, great.
Actually, yeah, the steel plated academies, yeah, he was out there pulling in work.
Yeah. Like he was a must have for the academy portals.
I'm sure in the future they're going to release like, you know, they'll probably release a new event and they'll probably use the same challenges, so he'll be brought back out.
Yeah. So I think he'll remain relevant until they add a hybrid shield breaker, but yeah, he's pretty good. Gojo. Now, Gojo's a great unit. I think even though Dio does his time stop technically longer, I think Gojo has an insanely, like, he's insanely useful. In tournaments, that 8-second time stop can like get you like a little bit more damage to get you first place. That 8-second time stop can stop those fast enemies that are getting by that aren't affected by slow. He's a really good clutch unit. And you can use him in a lot more situations than Geo because he has a 60-second cooldown and you can reduce it like up to like maybe like 54 if you get a good curse on him. Super useful, and he is also withstanding like the test of time, and I think that's easier for support units, obviously. Yep. I think because his cooldown is so short and the time stop is decently long, I think he stays S tier.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, S tier, yeah. Yeah, you agree? Okay, cool.
I think it's gonna be really hard to replace him unless they release a unit that does what he does.
Yeah.
But has more damage.
Exactly. Exactly. Gone.
Same as
they buffed him recently, right?
Yeah.
I think he's hybrid, but he's full AoE and he has multi-hit. I think he gets top of B tier. In my opinion. Yeah, you think so? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because we're counting him as a unique character because
because Got the interesting effect, but like I've never really seen anyone utilize it in any shape. So
no, yeah. It'd have been good if it wasn't a chance to confuse.
It's a chance. Oh, that's so
I believe I'm pretty sure
I think it is. I think it is. All right. Yeah. Gray.
See, I like Gray as a character. Do you know what he does, by the way?
He freezes, right?
Yeah, but he also hits air. So he can freeze air.
This is Gray, right?
Okay, yeah, that is Gray.
Okay.
On the wiki, they have a shiny for some reason.
On both forms? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah, that is great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that is great. So, yeah, he's a hybrid unit that can freeze air, and I feel like he hasn't had his time to shine.
Oh, this is his Unevo form. This is his Unevo. That's what it is. Oh. This is his Unevo. Okay.
Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I feel like they might just release. We're just waiting for them to release like a really difficult flying boss that requires someone to deal with him. So like,
so I think because he could potentially hit that same crush niche, I think he goes with crush but lower because he hasn't been able to do it yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
just
so?
Waiting for the day they release a tournament, like a tournament week.
Yeah.
Where it's all flying bosses fast. And you just need someone to slow them down. So Gray, yeah.
Gyutaro Moon. This guy he's honestly gross damage when he has bleed. And I think we should be using him assuming you're bringing bleed with him, because otherwise you're trolling, you know? Like this is one of those units where you kind of got to assume like, okay, there's going to be a bleed so he can get his full potential. And with his full potential, my God, you know, just my God, he does so much damage. I think he's like he's right behind like Flamingo, in my opinion, in terms of damage.
Yeah,
he's better. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so you agree with this placement right here?
It's probably one of my top 3 favorite design units they've ever made.
I love synergies like that. I love bleed synergy in general, just like what they've done with it, you know, adding bleed in general, like making it, you know, stop regen, which is great. And then there's the power that came. In fact, where is she? I want to go ahead and do power now that we're talking about bleed.
She's in the middle next to Pride and Piranha.
Okay, got her. All right. I think power is an amazing support. I don't think she's S tier just because she's so niche, but I think she goes like high A because she enables like bleed units to do amazing things.
She's on the upper end of A for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, Gyutaro, great unit. Hanji. So Hanji is like, I think Hanji's a really nice unit, and great that she was free. However, I feel like she's just like B tier. Like she's a worse Fuji. That's a great point. I think she's also worse than Chainsaw because you don't need bleed on flying units. It's not required. I think she's like around here, honestly. I think she's slightly better than Asto. So in my opinion, I think Hawks is better than Hanji, but like I think he goes like
I think they're interchangeable.
Yeah, I think they're interchangeable too. Also, I love how that says Devil Princess on Hawks. That's amazing. But yeah, we're talking about Hawk here. Don't worry, guys.
Not Rhea, yeah.
All right. Hime Ghost. So Hime has that interesting effect that what is it? Like they can like sacrifice themselves and like do a bunch of damage.
It's bad Ichigo.
Bad Ichigo, right? And Ichigo's not even that good. I think she goes trash, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd ever run her.
He never would. Her cosmetic is also not that good either. Ice Queen.
Oh,
what
queen.
A good unit. She gets tons of DPS and is also extremely cheap to max out. She has a but I think that I don't know if people are using her for her DPS. I think she's probably being used more so for her Mahapadma and the freeze it does.
The AoE freeze.
And I don't even know if it's like that good because it honestly it ruins time stops.
Yeah, so she was the queen for like the first few tournaments because Pride didn't exist yet.
Oh, that's so true. She would be the physical unit. Yeah.
So you would run her with Nail.
Yeah.
Or Yamamoto, but most likely her.
So I think she's probably A tier. I think she's a better Snake Princess, honestly, because she freezes everyone in the range.
Yeah, she's just.
I think she's like below Power, in my opinion. She's great, but Power, Power. What a fine unit that is.
What a great design unit. Oh, please do it for Burn, and then please make like Poison and stuff. Please. Okay. Give me more fun ways to play the game.
Give me more synergy. Give me the Naruto and Sasuke, Rasen, Chidori like combination. Give me that. All right, Ichigo Final Dusk. I think he's only good if you have unique on him, but we're not looking at unique. So I think he's like, I don't think you bring him. I think, okay, B. I was thinking trash, but.
I don't think he's trash because if you get him, he's a hybrid unit on placement.
That's true.
And can help you play story.
So, like, behind Asto, maybe? I think maybe he's above Asto just because he hits air.
Just because he's hybrid and he has the ability.
Yeah. Itachi Susano. This is a good unit. And you're only going to be running him with Mangekyo on, right? So we're just going to, like, I'm not looking at relics for other people. We're not looking at relics for other people. But if you're running him without Mangekyo, you're trolling. All right, you're actually trolling, or you're a new player, one or the other.
Or you're brand new to the game.
Yeah. I don't think he's too hard to evolve either. It's just a matter of like grinding, and you're eventually gonna get there.
Yeah.
He does a lot of damage. I think he's the best burn unit in the game due to his black flames. I think personally I would place him right here between Boros and Frieza.
I agree.
That's a good spot for him. Yep, trash.
Well, she's not trash. She's not that good, and she's not well. She is trash because she's incredibly difficult to evolve.
And her DPS of the Dio. Yeah, not the Dio, the JoJo.
Yeah. Dude, JoJo Sages are the worst. Yeah.
Jokujo, serious. So is his time stop on hit, or is it like so it is on hit? Okay.
Yeah, his gimmick is he takes a long time to hit, but when he hits, he like time stops them.
All right. I think that is decent. I think he probably just goes above Snake Princess, in my opinion. I think he's like here. Right? Because Ice Queen freezes them too, you know? And she freezes a lot more than he does.
She's full AoE, yeah.
Yeah. Julio. So, Julio is a... Julio? I don't know. He's
Julio, I think Julio.
He's a support, basically. Like, he does damage, but you really need unique on him to do much. So I think we're going to be looking at him as a support. He does quite a bit of damage with his, like, chronostasis. It looks like it's a 90-second cooldown, and it forces every enemy in his range to walk back to the spawn. It affects flying units, but does not affect bosses. I think it's a very niche effect. But it's also a good effect. So I think it's probably... I think the fact that you can use it and like potentially get a kill with it afterwards, and the fact it does damage, I think that places him top of A. I don't know if he would be S tier for me.
I don't think he's S tier anymore, but
he's really good though. Really
so the issue I'm having with this tier list is I'm trying to think of it as like in my mind of, because you only have 6 slots, right?
Yeah, would you bring him?
Yeah, like would you bring him over some of the characters we're going to be talking about? Like, would you bring him over a Dio?
No, so that's why S is like, if you have them, always bring them. But if you don't have them, these are a valuable replacement.
Yeah.
And so I think Julio is a decent, okay replacement if you want whatever he does.
Yeah.
All right, so Kenpachi,
probably below Dan.
Oh, below Danny?
Yeah, does he
do damage?
He does like okay damage, but
I'm seeing him as a support on the tier list. Oh, he has stun.
It's because he stuns on hit. I guess he's like a really worse. He's like Rayleigh, All Might, Shanks.
Okay, he probably just goes here then. Bottom of B support. He does 7k DPS. So I don't think it's that good. Killua is just garbage, right? Wait, he's a support too? Does he stun?
Yeah, he's like he's a bad Sasuke.
He's a bad Sasuke. Okay.
Because Sasuke is hybrid.
I think we put him above Kenpachi then maybe.
No, I don't think you do.
You don't think he does above Kenpachi? All right. Here or just trash?
I'll be honest, you never run in these characters like Kenpachi.
No, that's completely true. If you have them though, like if you want the effect, right? So
yeah, I guess if you desperately need a stun for something, sure.
King Sloth. Now this guy is he's a 5 placement hill unit.
Yep.
That is extremely
average.
And so he was really nice because he was a light unit. But he got like Frieza became like a thing and he got replaced there. I think he's like, but because he's a 5 placement and he's a hill unit, and it looks like he does like okay damage. I think he would be like right here for me. Probably like with Ichigo.
I think he's comparable to Hanji. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put him like right here then.
Yeah, they're all roughly the same.
Wait, so is this Kisuke without?
This is. Oh no, I don't know why this is it. Just put it in cosmetic.
Kobeno, yeah, Kobeno's bad as well. Like Kobeno doesn't really do anything, right? Like 5k DPS, 5 placement.
Yeah, it's just she was like the worst unit in the Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Update.
Kuneko Hellcat. So Kuneko, I think Kuneko, like she's one of those free units that you can get just by like grinding enough. Kuneko is 2 hits, 5 placements with very high DPS. She has 10.6k DPS with 5 placements, which is a lot of DPS. And she has 2 multi-hit. So if you place 5 of them down, that's 10 hits basically. I think that's really nice. I don't think she's better than like most of B tier, but I do think she's like, I think she sits like here. Like probably around carrot level.
I think they're interchangeable. Yeah. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one.
I mean, we would be trolling if we don't put him in S. But where he goes in S is like the interesting question, I guess.
He's better than Owen.
Yeah, he's better than Irwin, but would I run Law over Gojo?
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
It's one of those situations.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, I think he's better than like Julius, Ice Queen, Jotaro.
Yeah. And I think you could get him like in some maps. You might be able to get him into like a really nice spot where, like, you know, that loop in the loop in the new puppet map. Like the loop. If you can get units to walk around that loop again, that's really good. So I think in some situations he's insane. Lulu, he's just like, doesn't he do the same thing that Julius does?
Yeah, but Julius, I believe, is global. He has to.
Julius is in his own range.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then I guess you'd put him in the same vein as like Eren.
But he's better than Julius because he affects bosses. So because Lulu affects bosses, I do believe he's slightly better.
You think he's better than Ice Queen?
I mean, if Julius is better than Ice Queen.
Julius does damage, Lulu doesn't, right?
Oh.
Like, how much damage is Lulu doing?
That's true. He's not doing a lot. And he also doesn't do damage with his mind control.
Essentially, you're wasting a slot for a button you press every 40 seconds. That's why I think he's only running leaderboards.
Alright, how's bottom of A sound for you?
Sure.
Where did you want to place him? Top of B?
I think he's literally only used in leaderboard runs. So yeah, same with Eren and Diavolo.
Alright, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll put him top of B. That makes sense to me. What does Lucky do? I've like never seen him.
Bloodlust ability, right? So every time he attacks, he's like a bad snatch.
So he gets stronger when he hits.
Yeah, but it's only 25%. So like 5 hits.
It caps out at 25%. Oh, and then I see. So he's just like he's
just a bad greed.
And he doesn't have bleed.
And he does line damage.
Just kind of garbage.
Yeah. Oh.
This guy could have had it all if they increased his range just to full AoE, you know? Just give it a little tick. This guy, so I think I've what's the word? I think I made people think he's terrible because he kind of was, but they did buff him by 50% recently, like the day after. So he does. Oh, so why is he looking like that? Like, why is he looking at me like that? That is so uncomfortable with that face. You see that? Like, you see that face?
His model's interesting.
He is making me so uncomfortable. Yeah, Luffy is a guy. He hits air. I think. Do you think Luffy's better than Fujitora?
I think he has really good uses in like boss killing scenarios.
Yeah.
Because I know he only hits once, so like this is why like people were trying to run him in this week's tournament.
Yeah.
But the bosses were shielded, so Pride was better because of the multi hit.
Pride doesn't have multi hit.
Sorry, I meant the he's full AoE. Sorry.
Oh, so he's hitting more enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So I think he's a really good boss killer, and that's it because he does a lot of damage.
Yeah, but it's like that circle AoE is really restrictive. Like when you're doing, if you're bringing him like for infinites and stuff, like you're only hitting like a small section. And you could bring him for like normal runs. Like if you get him and you don't have anything better, you should run him. Like he's not a bad unit, but he's not like he doesn't replace anyone. That's what the biggest argument we make is. And because he's not multi-hit, his range is kind of sus. I think he's like...
You mean his attack type?
Yeah, his attack type. Like his attack is like the circle.
Yeah.
I think he goes like above Bakugan. I think he's like right here. I think he's better than Akena.
Really? I think he's better than Cell and Greed.
You think he's better? Cell has multi-hit though.
Yeah, but he's also doing how much damage is he doing versus Cell?
We have to think of like we're considering the Cell unique though.
Yeah, even with unique, like how much is Cell doing? How much is Luffy doing? Like,
let me see. Where is Cell on this wiki? Cell's right here. Okay, so with unique, Cell's doing about 28,000 DPS. Okay, wait, yeah, no, Luffy's doing 23,000 is just a single unit without.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like,
yeah, you're right. I think he sits here then.
I agree with you, but also I think he's that's fine. Yeah.
What were you thinking? What's your thought? This video is already like 40 minutes long. We can drag it out. What's up? I didn't know it's an hour long now. Okay, where is he for you?
No, the issue is I'm in my head I'm thinking, is he better than Fuji? Well, not really. Is he better than Deki? No. Endeavor, no. There's an argument for Lord Baron because you gotta remember he also hits air. He's hybrid.
Yeah, but Lord Boron has multi-hit.
Man, they really should have made him hit 3 times, huh?
they could have fixed everything if they made him multi-hit or full AoE. But what they did is they chose neither. They chose neither and released him.
We're just waiting for that relic where it's like
make your hits multi-hit or something.
We're waiting for the physical version of Timepiece where it's like every 40 seconds deal 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah, basically.
For physical units, yeah.
Alright, so Madara...
Trash.
Madara, yeah, he's trash. He does have a nice cosmetic with his Halloween skin, though. Megumo. Now, this is a guy that you're only really looking at him in leaderboard runs because he is an Aizen enabler. He allows him to do further damage.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he's just a worse Merlin. They do the same thing, but Merlin's better.
I think you bring both, though.
Really? Do they stack?
It stacks.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, I believe that Merlin and him stack. You bring both for them to get like I think it gets like to like 90%. But no, you're completely right. He is a worse Merlin, but you just bring both.
I think you put them both in A tier then.
Yeah.
Because they ran outside and then put Merlin above, right?
Yeah, I think this guy sits down here with the other. with the other leaderboard only units, like top of B. And then Merlin will sit here. Like, I think she's better than Snake Princess, honestly.
I think she's better than Jotaro.
That's a good spot then.
She does damage, but she's just she's designed to be a debuffer.
Yeah. All right, Melio Assault. Now this guy, he's basically what a main character should have been on release. He is so good. He does so much damage. He has the 50% crit and also has a multi-hit on his last form. I am sad that they ended up making it like a circle AoE, but he has 23,000 damage per second on max upgrade, and you could build 3 of him. This guy is really good. I think he's top of A, above the people that can hit air.
And maybe just below Luffy then.
I think he's right here. He's definitely he is getting a little outclassed slowly, but I think he's really good.
Yeah, because we've got to remember, like, this unit when he was made was designed to be ran with Lost Vein.
Yeah, that's true. But then Pride came out.
2 weeks later, they made Pride, who then stole his relic.
Yeah, exactly.
Just instantly replaced him. So yeah, he kind of got left in the dust.
So as much as I want to throw Mirka into trash, I think Mirka is like sitting around here in the damage section.
I think does Carrot do more damage than her?
No, Mirka does more than Carrot, by like 500,000 more group DPS.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's no one's really caring about that. I think Mochi is a worse Amelia. Mochi is like,
yeah,
I think he's like here maybe.
Same as Snake Princess, yeah.
Yeah. Moria, he's just cosmetic or like trash, right? Yeah.
Cosmetic.
Navi farm, trash for Noelle. Peruna is very niche, and due to the fact she's so niche, I think she goes here. Nami has her beat because, or not Nami, Amelia has her beat because she has the line slow, and you don't have to upgrade her to 3 to like really do much. Like, yeah, Peruna slows air, but you have to upgrade her to upgrade 3, and she's like hella expensive to upgrade 3. Like that's like 5,000 yen.
She shout out to Chainsaw Man event there when one of the bosses was flying and you needed to run her.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, that
was it. No, it costs so much to upgrade her to AoE. It is so bad. All right. Well, this is the best unit in the game. Yeah. Easily. Like, wow. He's so good.
He's full AoE and he has Greed's ability.
Yeah. And permanent.
And he's permanent. Oh, he's so good.
He's so good. And low SPA. Like, ugh. What a great unit. What a great unit. They really did him right.
They did, but
they did Aizen right too, honestly. Like Aizen is like the fear, like you are scared of him in the Bleach universe. They did him so well. All right, so Poochie. Now, is Poochie's ability better than Dio?
My opinion, yes.
I think so too. Because for Dio's, it's like, let's say you kill all the units in your range. What do you do for the rest of the time, right? Poochie allows you to always be hitting because like it's not stopping anything, and you can like pair him up. You can pair him with the Dio ultimate too, or pair him with a Gojo ultimate. Poochie. So there's 2 ways to look at it, right? You can look at it as your units are attacking 50% faster, or you can look at it as your units are doing 2 times the damage, right? When people don't realize that sometimes they're like, oh, 50%. Oh, they're talking so fast. They don't really realize that translates to 2 times DPS.
Yeah. Yeah. You and your teammates are doing 2 times damage. It is nuts.
All of your teammates, like everyone, and there's no range on it. And it's like, what? It's like 20 seconds, right? Something like that.
It lasts for a long time.
It's 30 seconds. Yeah.
It's really good.
It's so good. Rayleigh. So
same as Shanks, right? Just a generic stun unit.
You like so like down here.
Probably, yeah, same as Killua and Kenpachi, just a stun unit.
Is Shanks here? I don't even think Shanks is here.
No, I think he got replaced by Rayleigh because they have the same ability.
Yeah, basically the same person. Rhea, so she's like full AoE hill, but never really found her place in the meta because that's a really weird combination to have. Like full AoE on a hill unit, it's like you don't want you to be restrictive with full AoE, you know?
Yes, I think it depends on if they ever make a map where they make a loop and the hill in the middle. I think it should be really good. But
Yeah, if there's a map with a hill in the middle, like that one spot in what's it called?
Puppet.
In Clover. No, in Clover. You know the spot right now that like people are using for the tournament? That has a hill with a really good spot. That's a really good spot, but she's just outclassed by everything. I think she just goes trash. Like there's no reason for you to ever use her.
Well, that's not true because if you're a new player and you have her, you're gonna be running that.
We'll go B.
Yeah.
We'll throw her. Oh, she hits air, so yeah, right there.
Yeah. Nah, this character. Oh no.
I did the math, and so you had me compare him to your unique Itachi, right? But I did the math, and if his burn stacked, he would be doing more damage than Endeavor and Itachi.
Yep.
But his burn does not stack. So yeah. if the burn stacking thing is true and like the burn doesn't stack, he's like I think he's like here.
Yeah. I think I put him below Cell.
Below Cell?
Yeah, because remember, the Cell is unique in our tier list.
True, and the Cell is multi-hitting and hitting air. True. Sasuke, you're not bringing him for damage. You're bringing him for the stun.
Probably above Rayleigh because he's hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah. He's. Why did they make Sasuke so bad, man? He's like.
We're just waiting for the whatchamacallit, when he has like the Renegon.
Oh yeah. Renegon 6 paths, yeah.
Yeah,
so Shigaraki. So Shigaraki is like utility, but also he does a lot of damage.
True damage too.
I think he goes like right here. Above Daki, because he's stopping regen, but also doing a lot of damage in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Shigaraki. I think he's the best unit from My Hero.
He eat by like a million miles. I say that with Endeavor above him, but what he brings to the game, is huge.
Yeah,
Endeavor just he does damage, and if you have an Endeavor, you're going to be killing every ground unit.
Yeah,
Shisui.
Same as the other free-to-play units.
I think I think he goes like right here. He does a lot of damage as a ground unit only, and as like a free unit, but you can't get him anymore as a like used to be free unit. Yeah, he's cool. He does a lot of damage. Yeah, he's like 16k DPS. I think he's like relatively cheap to max out. No, he's like 80,000. Yeah, nothing like spectacular. He's just a dude doing dude things, you know?
Yeah, it's just a classic free-to-play unit until Doflamingo came out.
Yeah. Now, Soy Fawn. Soy Fawn was like the unit to have for air for a while, from what I remember. But yeah, she's gotten outplaced. She's gotten outclassed by so many things. I think if you have her, she has crit, right?
No.
Oh, is she just trash now?
She's just old, yeah.
All right, well, goodbye.
Like if you're a new player, sure, but like,
yeah. She doesn't really you can get, well, you can't get her anymore, but like you can get Hawks, you can get like Rio right Fuji. Now. Yeah, you get Fuji. Yeah, she's been out. Yeah, King. Yeah, she's just been outclassed. Sonic.
Sag.
If you look in the Anime Adventures Discord, if you ever see him appear on a banner, it's getting L's. That should be enough to explain that off. Next.
Yeah, he was the he was the worst unit in the One Punch Man update.
Sukuno. So he's like very niche, right? He's gonna be making you deal more damage to units. I think he just goes hand in hand with Megumo and well, there's no, I think he would go up here with Merlin actually, because I think he also bleeds.
He does bleed, yeah, but he's also really expensive. His last upgrades, I believe.
Yeah, 8.5, 12.5, 15k. But if you get him just to his bleed, that's like pretty good.
I think if you're running him, you're running him for the dismemberment buff.
You get that at the bleed though. Right? So
yeah, that's what I mean,
he doesn't get it until upgrade 4, and he gets them both at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he goes up there with Merlin. Tatsumaki. So she has a unique part. It's not unique because All Might does it, but she hits air while doing it, which means she's like decent.
I think she's the same as Sasuke.
Yeah,
because they do the same thing.
Basically, I think she goes above him though, just because she's cooler.
Yeah.
This guy's a cosmetic. Tengen.
No, this is gonna be some.
I think he goes here.
I think Aizen's better because.
But Tengen has the Lost Vein.
Where this tier list isn't based on relics, remember?
Yeah, but that synergy, man.
Doesn't matter.
His range is smaller. His range is smaller.
Yeah, because our tier list, apart from the cell.
Yeah, that's true. Just as a unit, his range is like, bro, are you trying to hit anything, man? Are you actually trying to hit something? Like, could you stretch it a little bit more, sir?
Now with Lost Vein, people like argue between him and Pride, but as a standalone unit, yeah.
Standalone unit, like really good though. Like multi-hit, full AoE, looks amazing too, right? Like he's so flashy.
Someone called him the god of flashness.
Yeah. All right. Cosmetic. This guy is like a worse. He's like terrible. Like he slows, but his slow is like so much lower than the others. I think he goes here with Peruna, honestly, because he's more useful than most of these cases. All right, Toshi. What a weird character. Why does he hit air?
On placement, I have no idea.
Like I've never understood that with this guy. I think he's
probably the same as Ichigo.
Yeah, no, I was actually gonna say the same thing. I think he's probably slightly better than Ichigo because he has the crit.
Sure, yeah.
Otherwise, you're killing your Ichigo, you know. So, Ulquiorra.
He's out of place here. I feel
he's good, you know, if you're new and you get him. But it's time has not been kind to him. He looks really cool. He's not hard to evolve. He's just star fruits. But yeah, time is
really old.
Time has not been kind to him. But the fact that he's hybrid on placement means something, you know. I feel like if anything,
the reason why I say he's out of place is because there's a lot of units that hit air on placements, but they aren't on this tier list. It's like King Merriman, Jalal.
Oh, true, yeah.
He's still out of place because he isn't relevant in the game anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
But, I mean, if you are a brand new player, he's one of the best characters to get.
True. Unohana, full AoE bleed, but like... she's hybrid, actually. What in the world? I didn't know that. I mean, like... I don't think you're running her... what's her damage? 5.6k. Oh, but she has 50% bleed. I mean, that's not terrible. I think she's like here. I think she's worse than Rias because... Oh, no, she hits air, actually. I think she goes here, then. Like, slightly...
Sure.
Yeah. She's just... We just gotta kind of place her. Now, this is a guy. Right? This is the guy's guy. Guys, this guy... I really like this unit.
I'm curious to see where you place him.
Now, in my heart, he goes here. But in my brain, I think he's bottom of S. Because he does a lot of damage, but he's gimmicky, you know? He's extremely gimmicky.
I think I agree. I think he can be the best character in the game if given the right circumstance, aka this tournament.
Okay, boss only tournaments. And if you get unique on him and do a boss only traits tournament, you're gonna get the best score 100% of the time.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah.
But I do think he's like if you bring him into an infinite, like he could be a really good unit to like, you know, catch not even catch leaks, but I don't know. His damage is always pretty welcome. And if the units are grouped up, they do AoE. It's not just single target either. So I think he's pretty decent, in my opinion.
I think he's going to last the longest from this update.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it's true damage.
He's going to age the best, yeah.
Yeah. Flamingo might age the best. Just because high his damage is, but we'll see.
No, they can always make another unit and bump up the numbers.
True. That's true.
Whereas they're not going to be making tactile units every update.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, Voss, it's trash. Vegeta. Oh, Vegeta. Why did you come out when you did? You had so much potential. Oh, Vegeta.
He's just Bakugo, but better, right? From what I understand.
Well, no, he's Genos, but better because he hits air. And he has like the same sort of like line.
Bakugo hits air too, right?
Yeah, but Genos has like the giant cone, whereas so does Vegeta.
Oh.
And because of the cone, that does make him more versatile. I think he sits like here. Because he hits air and he does quite a bit of damage. According to the wiki, he does like 17.2k. He has 3 placements. Yeah. And he's not so expensive either. He's only like 75k to max out.
Okay.
People were thinking he beat Metal Knight, and that was he was all right. But yeah, he's just an upgraded Genos basically.
Oh, okay.
Heavy Weather, yeah. Wendy just goes she's literally the same thing as Orwin, but doesn't help you carry you through a story.
Yep.
Yamamoto.
Full AoE burn unit.
I think he's
no. Oh no.
No, what do you think he is? He only hits air with his ability though, so you have to keep that into account.
He only hits air with his ability? What?
He's not hybrid usually. He only hits air with his ability.
But he's the only full AoE burn unit in the game. I think he's better than Genos.
Really?
I really do. Yeah, and his ability's so good.
You think he's better than Genos?
People were running him in the tournament until Pride came out.
If they had unique on him.
In free-to-play ones too. It was always Aizen, Ice Queen, and Yamamoto with the free characters people were running.
Let me see his DPS. Oh, he has decent DPS. No, I okay. Okay. I didn't really I wasn't around for the Yamamoto era.
Yeah, you weren't playing really then.
I only knew like our friends. So yeah.
No, this character's garbage.
Okay. So Yoshina is honestly, I think I would put her bottom of S. She does what Emily does, but worse, but she's still a slow unit and free to get. Yeah. I mean, I put her above the buff units actually. Just because the slow people are like it's like you either bring Emily or Yoshina in tournaments and stuff. All right, Yono.
Oh no.
Bye.
Yep. Same with Yuto.
All right. So
with.
I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list, actually. I think we were pretty much in accordance with most of them. And we gave our like decent opinion on all of it too. If there's anything you could change right now, like what would be your one change that I couldn't argue against? If you could.
I'm just glancing over it really quickly. I think Luffy would be above Usopp.
Oh.
That'd be my probably one change. But like it's close.
It's close, yeah.
Just because he's hybrid.
I think if I could change anything about this, I think the only thing I would do is actually right here, moving Toshiro above King Sloth because he has crit.
Sure. Maybe Gojo above Brook. Maybe
Gojo above Brook. Oh,
I have to think about it because I feel like Gojo's just more useful.
I think Gojo. I think you're completely right there. You're gonna be bringing Gojo more often than those two guys. Completely.
Yeah, and then you just bring Bucci above those two anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's the tier list for update 13. If you guys are interested, I'd be more than happy to do updates when the new tier lists come out to see what units fall out of place. Would you be interested to do more as the updates come out?
Of course, yeah.
It's kind of fun. I didn't expect this to be so long, but
I told you it'd be a while.
If you guys stuck around until the end, thank you guys so much. A few pieces of news, I guess. If you weren't here, we will be doing a giveaway for the leaderboard unit, actually. If the channel is able to hit 7,500 subscribers, we'll be doing a giveaway for the leaderboard unit in the Discord. And if we can hit 10,000 subscribers before the new update, we'll be doing another giveaway in the YouTube chat. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you are. I know most people probably aren't getting to this point, but if you did, thank you so much. Me and Greed had a lot of fun with this. We've been making tier lists for things we enjoy for a long time. So this was pretty natural and never felt like a drag for us at all. But yeah. Thank you. You have anything you want to say before I end this off?
Don't roast us too hard for our tier list, our choices.
Our amazing opinions, yeah.
Opinions, but yeah, if you stuck around till the end of the video, you're a real one, and I look forward to doing this in 2-3 weeks whenever the next update comes out.
Yeah. All right, and also trash is not ordered by anything. We just threw them in here. So but the rest of it is ordered by placement. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, see you later.